yeah, help us, do us a big favor, subscribe to our channel.
Yes,
I
please do so.
if yeah yeah, I actually don't know whether we're live, but let's say if you are not live again, well, hello, welcome to United Kopitiam. Good day, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night, wherever you are. Okay, so we are from Malaysia. It's actually 10:25 here. I think the big question is who to replace Pogba at Manchester United if and when he leaves. And I think it's not a question anymore. It's fact. It's information that even Solskjaer wants to leave. But I think the newest report about Solskjaer wanting him to leave is not because he wants him to leave technically. Um, he wants him
It's because
to.
of his
It's
own request, yeah.
Actually, that's one thing. Another thing is that we talk about the 100 million report by ESPN that
Yes.
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer only have 100 million to spend, so he needs to add on to his transfer kit, which is about to add on about 150 million to his transfer kit, which I think I always say that report is quite ridiculous because every season that we do not have Champions League, we actually try to invest to bring Manchester United back to the top, back in the Champions League. Because if we are not in the Champions League, then Glazers will start to be very scared. So that's why I don't believe the report. It's all about money. It's and I. You cannot tell me that Manchester United have no money. We are bloody rich. We are filthy rich, because Manchester United is it's the biggest club in the world. It has most supporters, and the TV money is crazy. So even if you're in Europa League for a couple of seasons, we will still survive very well because of the fan support. But and anytime longer than that, the fan starts go away, so the money will go away. But now we are filthy rich. We can afford 250 millions without any sales. I mean, any sales should go back into the transfer kitty. Pushing it to 300. I mean, Real Madrid has spent 300 easily, so why can't we, right? So I think if you look at the picture,
they move swiftly with their money.
yeah. So that's one reason I think why Zidane is back. Wait, I think I have a problem with testing. Okay, I may have a double voice just now, but yeah, I think it should be soft right now. So yeah, if you look at the picture, Wan Bissaka, definitely let's a bit of date. We are very close to Wan Bissaka. Supposed to be finishing in the next 48 hours. He is in under 21 national games, but there are reports that saying that he's not focused. He scored his own goal, so let's just go and let him settle his stuff. So let's hope he get his medical on quickly and it can be announced by today or tomorrow. It's still afternoon in in United Kingdom, so I think it's quite a done deal. The amount is 48 million with additional 7 million, or 47 million with additional 8 million add-ons to make it up to 55, just as Duncan Castle has announced that day. So 80,000 K
on the performance related.
yeah, and on performance that means winning Champions League, winning Premier League, winning Champions League. Yeah. So 80,000 for him, an increase from 18,000. It's a fair price. It's a fair wage. We can get on with it. And to people who doubted him, This is the best defensive right back last season. So I think that's a full stop. He has a crazy stats. His stats is even better than both 2 or 3 of the defenders combined. His recoveries, his tackle per game. So there's no reason why we should doubt his defensive ability. So we can doubt his offensive ability, but there's no reason to doubt his defensive.
That's one thing that we need to alter after a terrible 54 goals last season conceded. So definitely a good buy, because
definitely a needed buy.
I think almost all the Premier League clubs now, they really like to attack down the byline. So having an addition like Wan Bissaka, it's a good buy.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. You can see each and every time someone attacks is down our right side or left side when Ashley Young the previous season. So that's why we have to buy a right back to solidify, because Luke Shaw is solid. So now it just left the
Yep.
other side. Um, so that's why it's pivotal. It's pivotal that we get Ashley Young out of the starting lineup as a defensive player. So okay, so I think the main topic is it's about Pogba. It's about replacing Pogba, and I love Pogba. You probably not so much as I do, right? Yeah, yeah. I love Pogba, but since
Yeah.
his admission, he has to go. Just like Wayne Rooney. Wayne Rooney, wanted to go. We gave him 300k. He never became the Wayne Rooney that we know after that. And then after a few
Yeah.
seasons, we have to kick him out
But when he
to
yeah, yeah,
Everton. So
when he demanded that he was actually at the twilight of his career. So it's
mm,
a matter of getting him to retire the right way. But yeah, it didn't seem to materialize. So
yeah, yeah. Wayne
actually,
Rooney.
it was a good. Mm,
It was the same situation. We made him captain Wayne Rooney. We gave him 300k,
yeah,
but he never became the player that he was. So Paul Pogba, if his heart is not here, then there's no reason we should keep him. So definitely we want to say Pogba, he
but
has
at
to
that time
leave.
it was Ronaldo. So yeah,
Okay, so very quickly, let's jump to the to people that the players that we want to replace
yes,
Pogba with. If you have any of in your mind, do put in our comment section and do
yeah.
us a massive favor, share and subscribe. So the first player we have is none other than the obvious one, Bruno Fernandes.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, Bruno
And then the
Fernandes.
latest spot, oh, Bruno
Okay,
Fernandes. Yeah.
so when it comes to Bruno Fernandes, let's look at his stats, right? 30. Okay, I put his stats somewhere here in your chat. Uh, I think no, I didn't put him,
32
but
goals in 50. I think it's 32 goals or 30 goals in 50 appearances.
okay.
That's huge,
Yeah,
man. For
yeah. All the
really.
stats that I put are actually in the league because that's most consistent.
Okay.
So the most consistent um competition. So let's just look at
Mhm.
the league. There's 20 goals in leagues. I think it's about 30 over games. So I'm just gonna put 35. Then I'm gonna change. And 13 assists. So straight away we can see that he has more goals and more assists than Paul Pogba himself. Of course, this is also in the lower league, but he's also playing for a lower team. So if he can score a lot of goals for a lower team and he can assist more than 9 goals, 13 goals,
Yes.
4 goals, four assists more than Paul
Have
Pogba.
world class talent surrounding him. So yeah,
Yeah, so I'm saying that this is a no-brainer. This is a must finish, and as of the latest report, 49 million has been bid by Manchester United, a very low price. I don't think 49 million is gonna cut it, right? So to you, how important is Bruno Fernandes to our rebuild?
definitely most important. But because we sent the message early, actually the agent, the Man United rep met the agent before his agent met Tottenham rep. So now that we are now that we have shown interest clearly, but because before this there were talks about it, but now we have met the agent and officially we have put in a bid at 49 million pounds. That's around 55 million euro pounds. So his value he's being valued at around 80 million euros. That's around maybe like 65 million pounds. So I don't know whether we want to start a bidding war against with Tottenham, but Tottenham is waiting on Ericsson whether he wants to jump ship to Real Madrid. But the thing is, for me, like you said, he's definitely the key, one of the key players that we should have in our team. The way that he plays in the lower league, he's not surrounded by world class talent, but he make do of the chances that's been given to him. He created a lot in every game. So that's a kind of call that that's a kind of tenacity that we want on the field whenever we play. So like you said, for me it's a no brainer. It is a must buy. We should have prioritized his signature, not just Wan Bissaka, but we should have prioritized his signature once we get to know once we get to know that Pogba doesn't really want to be in United colours next season. So yeah, for me, I do agree. It should be at the highest priority. Even the next 48 hours after we have met the agent
Yeah,
and so
look,
on.
I tell you what, okay, even without Pogba coming in, Bruno Fernandes must be gotten. We have been scouting him ferociously throughout the season. Last 2 months, reportedly that we have already met with the agent talking about a transfer. And now the agent is also reportedly already in Manchester or London or England. We don't know where is he, but he is already talking to Tottenham and
Yeah,
or
yeah,
Manchester United. So let's hope something happens very, very quickly next few days because we have about next week. Okay, next week is the last week before the 1st of July, and then we have another week before the preseason starts. So definitely, this one player, even with or without Pogba going, it has to get over the line. 49 million is crap price. I'm telling you. We beat
price. So yeah,
25
we have
millions for Wan Bissaka to start off. That is, I can tell you, Man Utd can throw insulting prices, but I look at it. Even if 100 million is actually worth the price because look at his stats. His stats is the best across for every midfielder and his prime. So
for
even you say he's only one season wonder, which is fine, one season wonder. He's still worth easily above 50 with 65 to 70. So beat 65.
yeah,
Nobody's gonna beat 65. Maybe Liverpool can, but Tottenham is just gonna go away at 65. So just put a full stop over there. Don't dilly dally anymore. Ed would work. He's gonna dilly dally, but that's why hashtag Glazers out. We have to make it known that there's a lot of negativity in Manchester United, and let's hope he will do his job. Okay, so the next one after Bruno Fernandes is James Maddison.
that's it. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
how do you view James Maddison as a replacement?
For me, James Madison, I think his stats went up when he got a partner in Yuri Tillemans, right? In Yuri
Mm,
Tillemans, the style of it, they both have that quickness, that quickness. They both are not afraid to challenge the defense, to take on the challenge on defense, and that's how they created chances. If you look at the way that Leicester play when both of them are on the field, they bring the challenge to the defenders. So when they created chances, they know where and when. You know, they know how to operate in terms of getting the ball through the proper channels and so on. So for James Madison, he's still young. That's number one. Number two, the way that he plays, I don't know whether we do have a player uh, that can play better in terms of to operate there. I don't know whether it's a makeshift inverted forward, or sorry, inverted winger and so on. But for me, playing with Leicester after that managerial change by Brendan Rodgers really upped his game in terms of that. So if we want to see more of him, I think we need to keep the style of play that he's playing on Leicester. So yeah,
yeah, I think James Maddison as an attacking midfielder is very, very important to us. The thing is his creativity. He look at his stats. That's not the greatest. 7 goals, 7 assists. But I think in the Premier League, one of his stats is he has created the most chances
most
for a player amongst
because
everyone, and I think that tells a
the
lot.
challenge, yeah, yeah. He
Mm,
loves to dribble past defenders and so on. So that's how he creates his chances. He's not the most creative
mm.
in terms of in terms of setting up plays and so on. But he created chances because he takes on the challenge to the defenders. So that's how he created chances for his teammates in terms of attacking and so on. So yeah,
Yeah, so that's why to me, he has actually shown his capability on the field, because of all those chances that he created. Because if you have the chance of something in the whole season and the
mm,
best
mm,
in the
mm.
whole league, and that shows that it's something that you have to pay attention to, and definitely James Madison is someone that you have to pay attention to. And the news is, he wants to meet Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. He
He wants
wants
me.
to
Oh,
he wants to know what is his role if he comes.
yeah, yeah.
Because he is. he's an ambitious person. He wants to go on to a good team and win something. Manchester United might not be the best team to do that right now at the moment. It seems so. But if we are serious about rebuild, if we get him, I think his creativity, his ability to create chances will be very pivotal for Rashford, for Martial, for our forward players. So yeah, I think I see him. Is it
as
actually
a good addition.
yeah, when Bruno Fernandes comes in and attacking midfield, so another, like, who will be the best to partner him? um I think this is as alternative to Bruno Fernandes, not so much as Pogba. Because if Pogba comes in, Bruno Fernandes is going to be the attacking one, and probably Pogba is going to be one to track front, up and down. We're going to be the
Yeah,
box to box
one
or the deep
can
lying
be.
midfielder. Yep,
Yeah,
yep. So I don't see James Madison be able to do that role. He's more of a Bruno Fernandes style. He's more of a attacking midfielder. So if he does come in, probably his role, if Bruno Fernandes comes, I don't think his role will be as big. If Bruno Fernandes doesn't come, then he can be a viable option next season.
he'll
So
come off. I think he'll come off the bench in
which
certain
I don't think
times
he
when.
wants to. It's better for him to stay Leicester
Yeah,
at the
yeah, yeah.
moment.
That's the
So
thing.
that's why he wants to fix it with
I
Ole.
think
So
one
let's,
of the
yeah, let's see what happens after the under 21 international. Okay.
probably only going the challenge in Europe. Yeah, so that's it. Yeah.
Mm. So the next one is definitely his partner in crime for half a season.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Euro.
yeah, Yuri Tillman. Okay, so how do you think Yuri Tillman will shape our midfield next season?
I think I remember. I remember looking at watching Yuri Tielemans playing for because he plays for he's an AX product, right? AX product. Yeah, I remember Yuri
Now he's
Tielemans.
in Monaco.
And then now he's Morocco. Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually loan from
The way
Monaco.
that he plays. Yeah, the way that he plays in both clubs and at the same time whenever he's playing with Leicester, he's more on a forward kind of not only forward winger kind of player, not just the attacking midfielder, because he has the pace and also he has a better what we call that he has a better he's a better dribbler. He's a better dribbler, and yeah, like I said, he's got pace. So in terms of him, let's say in terms of him or James Madison, um, creating or having their own role in a Man United team, I can see Yuri Telemans to be having a better role because he knows the play that he used to do when he plays for Monaco and also for Ajax. Not only being an attacking midfielder. So what I can see is that he's like an Anthony Martial kind of player. He's not really um uh, uh plays as an attacking midfielder, but more on forward winger kind of role.
Yeah, yeah,
So
that's why if you look at all his
I don't know
plays, like
whether I don't know whether you want to add another player in those kind of positions.
the thing is, I
So
think when Brendan
that's how
Rodgers came in, actually he played a 4-1-4-1 kind of formation, which
one
means it's two winger, and then Yuri Tillman on one of center midfield, and then James Madison one center midfield. So
that doesn't.
actually that's why I can see Bruno Fernandes. If Bruno Fernandes come in and James Madison come in, I can see they do it a role. If Yuri Tillman comes in and Bruno Fernandes coming, I can see them doing the role. Or even if James Madison and Yuri Tillman, two Leicester player coming to Manchester United, I can
Yeah,
see that doing the 4-4-4-1-4. Sorry, 4-1-4-1 or so. But the thing is, if
oh,
Yuri Tillman, which I don't know how to spell Tillman, so it's there. But 13
yeah,
games, three
yeah,
goals,
yeah.
five assists. I'm actually very quite interested in the assists because you see he's only played about a third, a bit more than a third for of a whole season, and he
He
got
came,
five
in
assists out of it.
January. Yeah,
So if you play for a whole season, you can get more or more than 10 assists. To me, assists are more. It's more difficult to get
yeah.
than goal, because you can create so many chances, but you need someone to put it away. And if he has already five assists to name, and I see a lot of his assists actually high ball, which we don't have, crosses, which we don't have. That's why I can say why you see he
Like I
actually
said,
play on the
he's
wing.
not a winger forward kind of. Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
I think he's quite more versatile than that. He can run the whole yard. He's very tenacious. He can actually go back and defend. He can put in the tackle. So I see him playing box to box. I can see him linking much better than James Madison can, in terms of having a more balanced midfield. So I'm actually much more excited for Yuri
Mm.
Tillman and who got Bruno Fernandes together if it can happen. So yeah, one of my choice is the partnership of Bruno Fernandes and Yuri Tillman, but we have more players coming on. That's actually even more exciting. Yeah, that's Yuri Tillman. Anything to add about him?
No, because I've said it in terms of Euro Telemans or James Madison. I rather have, for me, if given the role that we have, I don't see Euro Telemans taking up the roles that we do have currently. So I'm more on the James Madison kind of guy, and
Y-
also Bruno Fernandes. So don't worry about
So you are more
that.
attacking kind of guy, lah. Okay. So let's talk about versatility. More talk about balance, which comes the word Donny van de Beek.
The form.
Yeah. If I get
Yes.
the
Okay. Yep.
spelling correct, right?
And
Okay,
a bit.
done. Yeah, Van der Beek. I think Van der Beek. It's a lot of people is talking about him. He wants to come to Tottenham or Manchester United, England as a whole. So and he's gonna be available for cheap. I think he can put in the tackle. I think he's more box to
Yep.
box, and that's why also another very very good partner to Bruno Fernandes should he come. See, everyone I say is a partnering with Bruno Fernandes, so he has to come. The question is after that who? So Bruno Fernandes is not so much of a partner, I mean a replacement for Pogba, but rather someone that must come. And all these Donny van de Beek, James Madison,
Yep.
all Yuri Tillemans are actually who's going to be a better partner for him, considering that
Mm.
we also need a CDM. But we'll talk about CDM later. So Donny van de Beek, I see him with the box to box. He can create goals, he can assist, but he can also put in tackle. Much to me like Yuri Tilleman. What do you think about him, Donny van de Beek?
Okay. If you look at Donny van de Beek, the way that he plays for Ajax, it's more or less similar to how Lampard, Frank Lampard, operates in the Chelsea team. We don't expect him to really score that much of goals, but like Lampard, he scored goals, and at the same time he really makes his presence felt in the midfield area. So his positional play, it's it's phenomenal. The way that he plays, at that age, he plays in the center of the midfield. But whenever he's required to be on the attacking end, he's there,
Mm-hmm.
he's present, and also at the same
Just
time he
everywhere.
can, yeah, he can score goal from everywhere. I don't know whether he's right-footed or two-footed kind of player, but I think most of the goals came on the right side, on his right foot.
I see him on the
So
left wing also.
not, yeah, yeah. So but not, it's not a box-to-box kind of player, but the way that he plays, the way that his positional plays makes up for his call that nick for scoring goals other than other attacking players. So I see his value in terms of being in Man United team, like you said, partnering with a more attacking kind of midfield player. And then I can see that if, let's say, if he partners with Bruno Fernandes or any other attacking players, we don't really need that defensive midfield role, uh, given the way that he positioned himself when when defending. When defending, his presence alone can really disrupt. Or call that can really disrupt the attacking setup by the other what call that by the other team. Like I remember the game when Ajax played against Juventus.
Mm-hmm.
He plays really at the center of midfield. He positioned himself well to really cut off the supply that Ronaldo and also Dybala is getting. So there's kind of smart players that we don't see much on the call that on younger players like him. So I value
Very
his
very exciting.
talent in terms, yeah, being there, and helping out the team. Yeah,
So yeah, actually
so
looking like
yeah,
you're more excited for him than actually Yuri Tillman and also James Madison. So you
yeah.
actually prefer Donny van de Beek. Yeah, he's not a bad shot. It's not a bad shot. I mean, 9 goals, 10 assists is not. It's like
Yeah,
if you put yourself in the center of the midfield, you don't actually get that much of assist or goal because then you're actually a link between the defense and the attacking who are supposed to create the goal. But if you still can get 10 assists out of it, I think that's excellent creativity. So definitely to me also
yeah.
Donny Van
Like I
de Beek.
said, his positional play is phenomenal, you know. Yeah, he's just being smart on the field. His
Mm.
positional play is phenomenal. So at that age, knowing what to do at the right time. So it's a reminiscence of Frank Lampard the way that he plays for Chelsea. So that's why I'm kind of excited if let's say he chose to be in United colours. So
If yeah,
yeah,
he did talk about it,
that's how
but
I
that's
felt about him.
but other than being talked about, I mean, there's really no movement. I think there's more talk regarding Yuri Tillman and also James Madison. But I mean, to me, get this Bruno Fernandes over the line, and then we shall see what's our shot. And then
Yes,
the next one that's a lot more being talked about, and as compared to Donny Van de Beek or anyone else, is actually Ndombele, which is also linked to Juventus, Tottenham, and also I mean, everyone's linked to Tottenham, everyone's linked to Juventus, and everyone's linked to Manchester United. So this is just we are fighting out for a few players, which to me is all the players are fine, all the players are good. Just who you want. You see, to me, Dombele, it's not so much of a replacement for
but more on the addition that required.
yeah, more defensive because you look at stats also. There's only I think it's 1 goal and 7 assists. So you can see it's more the box to box. If not, it's more a CDM. Even if you look at his who scored stats, right? It's more box to box CDM or CM. So if you say Donovan is more in the center, but he does go into he has his attacking streak. But Donovan is more towards the one that passes it long out. He defend, he intercept or he tackles, and then he will pass it long out. So he is a real link from the midfield to from the defense to the midfield. So that's what I like about a Ndombele. If we are only getting 2 midfields, we have to get really balanced. If you look at Donny Van de Beek, if you look at James Madison, if you look at who is that? Yuri Tillman. These three, yes, they are playing the center midfield, they are the link, but I don't see them being able to tackle as much as Ndombele or our next player that we have, because this player they actually play defensively. We have Bruno Fernandes up there attacking, then we have something safer down there. Ndombele, sweeping out, doing the interception. So that's why I think it's more important to have proper replacement as someone who are more defensive minded because part of the problem with Pogba is he is not defensive minded. He always go up and attack, leaving the back very dangerously
Um,
exposed. Yeah.
Exposed. Yeah, yeah.
So definitely we need a more defensive minded midfielder, which in this sense is a
Mm.
Ndombele. So I have to apologize for the technical difficulty that we are having. I can see that the streams are very bad. But our sounds are fine. So let's hope we can continue in this vein. Let's just finish the video. Let's talk about it. Probably the video won't be as good, but at least we have it's a podcast, Let's call it a podcast, this video. Okay, so
Yeah.
Anomaly, anything to add? I mean, Anomaly is very interesting because it's also another one that apparently there's more news on Ndombele. So it's Ndombele, Bruno Fernandes, and apparently we are going to put in a bid for him. Apparently, actually, we have already agreed a deal. Apparently, we agreed a deal with the player himself. Just waiting for Leon to agree a deal with either Manchester United or Tottenham. I can say that if Manchester United are
Mm.
interested to get them, there's nothing that Tottenham can do. They are not financially as strong. Okay, so anything else for you to add about Ndombele?
Okay. We have been pursuing a lot of defensive midfielders. All this while, the talks about getting NDD and also N'Golo Kante before Kante decided to move to Chelsea. And
Mm.
then I can see your argument there. Trying to have that safety net in terms of letting the attackers do their thing, and then not getting worried about really defending. Defending and creating that safety net for the defenders. Um, I don't know whether I'm a big fan of
Attacking
such
play.
a play, but yeah, I'm not a big fan of that. Having that a CDM. being there, really doing their thing. But the thing is, I can see your argument there. In terms of, if it's me, if we are to add Ndombele and the way that he plays, he's more, for me. I can see he's more more like the other half of Pogba that we really want on the field. You get what I mean? It's like
Mm,
the
mm, mm.
other half of Pogba is, we want him to be on the attacking side, and the other half is the one doing defending. So having Ndombele there, yes, he can create chances from very deep, but at the same time tackle, break up the play and so on. Having that kind of confidence in midfield is, it's crucial. It's important these days, especially in Premier League, against what call that, challenging clubs, like not just the two most we call it, not just the current teams like Man City or Liverpool, but also the mid-tier club. They love to have their, call that, to have their attacking plays going through the middle. So I will agree on you with this, because I can see, yeah, the way that normally plays, we do have, we will call it, we will have such a confidence attacking wise and also defending wise. So
Yeah,
if
yeah, I think that's important.
if that
Something
is,
that both
if
sides.
if the deal is confirmed with Leon, I think it'll be a great addition to the team. Yeah. So
Yeah. Okay. Next one.
I will.
We have to move very fast already, so it's 30 minutes on. Okay. Partey. You know anything about Partey? 32 games, 3 goals, 4 assists.
Okay.
Okay, I think with
Because
Partey
I was
is
this.
the same, is the same old question. It's also just like Ndombele. It's a lesser version of Ndombele. So if we don't get Ndombele, we can get Thomas Partey. Very very strong defensively. Very good long passes. Can really pass off the back and can really find his long passes. You see, I really really love long passes. My favorite players is Paul Scholes, the GPS. So like if you
Also,
can hit those passes 30 40 yards away, I was like, wow. Like if you can lob the ball, across across their
yeah,
defense, and then you find a
yeah.
attacker,
We've
that
good,
kind of through ball.
we've good,
I like
really.
lob through ball.
Uh,
Yeah, because it's
mm-hmm.
beautiful. So yeah, Thomas Partey can do the long passes. I'm not sure about the lob through ball with 4 assists, not a lot, but yeah, I think a very very exciting player from Atletico Madrid. Yep. Give me a second, you can talk about it. Yes. I'll
Yeah.
message you. I message you. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Uh,
Okay. So
so yeah, I don't have anything to say because
yeah.
I'm not actually a big fan
Yeah.
of him.
Anything to say about
So yeah,
Rabiot?
Adrian Rabiot. Adrian Rabiot. No, because he reminds me of Fellaini, but a bit more with pace. But I'm not sure whether we want to go down that route.
Yeah.
If you said, because I can see having a better added value with Ndombele compared to Rabiot or Thomas Partey. So
You see, he's free.
yeah,
That's all I'm concerned about. If you don't have
that's all.
money, you get him for free. Okay. But you say a lot of people are worried about his
Oh,
behavior.
okay,
I don't think his behavior is a lot of problem, because I think a lot of his previous problem because he wants to play. Full stop. But he's not playing. He's probably like, oh, people look at him, 21 years, 22 years old. We're not gonna play him a lot. He wants to play in international games, and then he has his probably international game also because he wants to play. But a lot of his play is also linking the defense and midfield, and he makes that run, and then he to make the assist. But this season he only played 4 games, 14 games, sorry, 2 goals, 1 assist. His stats is not very nice. I mean, even in the season 17 to 2018, he's only has like 5 assists, in the whole season. So that's not a lot for someone that is attacking. But then again, like I say,
doing
he's
his
a box to
defensive
box.
duty.
Yeah, yeah, he's doing his defensive duty, and the way he skip past player, he's not Fellaini, because Fellaini cannot skip past player at all. So and a pacier and faster, and he's you can
Yeah,
see,
it's fun.
yeah, some of this run into the box is very very good. So Fellaini doesn't do that. Fellaini stand in the middle waiting for the ball, asking for the ball. Hello, okay, I'm here. Give me the ball.
So,
So yeah,
but yeah, yeah.
rabbit position.
Like I said,
Position. Mm.
I think one of the best game of his career is against Barcelona, when PSG trash Barcelona 4-0. So at that time, Rabiot played excellent. You can see he puts on his pace well, and position himself well in the center of the field. So he's still 22, is it?
Yeah, yeah, it's 22, 23, 23. So definitely his age is
22,
on his
yeah.
side. Yep, yep. And yeah, you talk about attitude. I talk about his determination to win the play. So that's why he caused a ruckus. But yeah, he also
Yeah.
won a higher pay because he knows he's good enough. I would have done that. But anyway,
He knows he's like,
um,
so they want to pay him more. Yeah.
Mm, So let's get back. Let's get back to a bit of transfer update. Sean Longstaff. Haha. Okay. He is definitely a CDM. He's definitely a defensive midfield. I don't see his ability to be able to attack. A little bit. He got a shot in him, but I can't base on anything about Sean Longstaff. But
Yeah, he's okay.
yeah, yeah.
Mm.
I don't see as a replacement. Okay, very quickly. Okay, strong stuff. Reports that we are actually going in for him. There's a lot of rumor coming out, so I can see actually I can see Sean Longstaff coming. So we're gonna have if Bruno Fernandes come, we're gonna have Sean Longstaff. We have only have one more player among all the player that we showed just now. Who is your pick?
For me,
Mm.
other
Considering
than
we have
Bruno
Sean
Fernandes.
Longstaff as CDM.
Okay. Mm, I would have, like I said, Van de Beek is my favorite player, but he's not being talked as much as James Madison or who's the other guy?
Yuri Tillman.
Yuri Tillman. So it's either Van de Beek or James Madison. Yeah,
Van der Beek or James Madison.
yeah,
Okay.
for me.
Um,
Other than Fernandes lah. Okay.
Yeah, the thing is with Sean Longstaff coming, I actually like Ndombele on Thomas Partey because I want him to be a more balanced. I hope to have that box to box midfield, and I hope to put Bruno Fernandes is going to be our attacking side.
Mm,
Um, but if Sean Longstaff coming is if he's doing the CDM and we do not want another very defensive minded centre midfield, I will go for. If you want me to choose one, I'll probably go down to Van der Beek. Or actually,
yeah,
Julius Sherman and James Madison both are good enough, but if you have to have me choose one, I just go for Donny Van de Beek. Why?
players
I
are not
Because
that
AS has gone
much.
really really
So
far and it doesn't cost much. Yeah, actually, Julius Sherman is
yeah,
not very expensive, solid 40 millions. It's James Madison that's going to be expensive for 60 million. But I can tell you, Julius Sherman can
but,
do a good job.
but
Donny
yeah,
Van de Beek can do a good job. But if you ask me, yeah, why not Donny Van de Beek? Because he has gone very far. He has the experience for Champions League. So I think switching to Premier League is not a big
he's at
problem for him.
he's at the right age. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we have been having a lot of technical problem. The frames are not moving. I hope you can listen to our voice pretty well. Treat it as a podcast. I'm sorry for the technical problem, but we do a lot of discussion, and I hope that if do come in and join us, do comments on our comment section, do like to share our videos. We hope to have a better video without all these technical difficulties. So do like and subscribe. So any last update? We really want Bruno Fernandes to come in. Hopefully it's coming soon. Wan Bissaka